Airport misconduct involving Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, popularly known as K1 The Ultimate, and Ibom airline passenger Comfort Emanson, has been the subject of discussion over the week. On August 5th, Kwamwan Wasiu Ayinde attempted to grab a flight after reportedly violating aviation regulations by attempting to board with a flask containing liquid alleged to be alcohol, leading him to the blockage of Alojet Airline from flying, plus an heated altercation with the airport officials. Kwamwan was thereafter placed on a no-flight list for 6 months by the NCAA for his action without being arrested or tried in the court. 5 days after this incident, Emanson, an Ibom Air passenger who boarded a plane from Uyo to Lagos, violently assaulted a purser who instructed her to switch off her mobile phone. The 26-year-old passenger was stripped off naked, arrested, arraigned, and sentenced to Kirikiri prison and also banned from flying for life. This has raised mixed reactions among Nigerians, with some raising significant questions about selective judgment in the nation, while some express satisfaction with the judgment, saying they committed different offenses that sparked different punishment.
My own opinion, this is Nigeria. When you have money, you can do anything. And in Nigeria, we are just praying for justice to reign in this country. Looking at what Wasiu Ayinde did, it was wrong. You don't have the right to stop a plane from flying. And well, nothing was done about that, and of course he apologized. And then compared to what this lady did, what the lady did also was wrong, totally wrong. And the only difference between both of them was that Wasiu Ayinde was ready to apologize, while this other lady was not ready to apologize. And in fact, she went ahead by slapping a flight attendant, which was very wrong. And though the judgment passed on her was a bit harsh, I think she would have just been given a light judgment. You know, banning her from entering a plane for a lifetime is, I don't know. Well, that is a lesson to all of us. That is a lesson to all of us in Nigeria.
Before we talk about the treatment of Wasiu Ayinde and Comfort, we should talk about the actions that was actually carried by both of them. When you compare the actions of Wasiu Ayinde to that of Comfort, you see there are differences now. And Wasiu Ayinde did not actually go into the airplane and was destroying things, unlike that of Comfort that was being chaotic about the issue. Wasiu Ayinde was outside trying to just stop the plane from moving, but the other girl was inside and was even assaulting the hostesses. So those are the different. There are two different issues, and so I think the treatment or the penalty will be different as well.
To be honest, it's not fair. The fact that Wasiu Ayinde, they just leave him to go to conflict like that, and why the lady was treated. It's not fair. Obviously, it's not fair. So I think they should find a justice for the lady, because I don't think it's her fault initially. First of all, I don't think it's her fault. And honestly, to be honest, everything wasn't fair.
It is never a selective judgment. No, I'm not a lawyer. But when we look at the mode of the offense, Wasiu Ayinde was talking to the crew outside the plane. So it's the best thing for the pilot is to wait for the directive of the aviation staff before he can take off. So they have already locked the door of the plane. So Wasiu Ayinde didn't have access to the plane. Whereas the lady is international law, is international standard that whenever you are on board, you should not on your phone. So owning the phone is a criminal act. And if you are not if you didn't know, someone now came to you and addressed you, the next thing that you slap the hostess. So it's a criminal act. So if they send out of Kirikiri, it's different from Wasiu Ayinde's own. The offense of Wasiu Ayinde is not coming to offense inside the plane, is outside.
Normally, if I want to say on my own, and in my own opinion, when you have the scenario, it's quite different. You understand me? But Wasuaide delayed the plane, and then we have not heard that Wasuaide was slapping anybody out of the officials or the captain, whether the plane captain or the officials in the plane. But to that lady, what was said that she was slapping. You understand me? When they told him to off his phone, she was slapping. But Wasuaide, the lady asked him want to check what is the bottles, but she refused to show him. You understand me? Or him or her, but she couldn't slap. But this one, he has turned to that she slapped the lady that told her to off his phone. You understand me? But today in Nigeria's the way we are doing so many things, or the way we are judging, truly the two of them deserve to give a punishment, and I know they give Wasuaide the punishment. And then the other lady as well, to jail him is not the solution.
Questions were also raised about the enforcement of our rule of law, which only works on average Nigerians, but favor the elites.
You know, Nigeria is a country whereby the law of this nation did not affect the rich people. It only affects the poor. It only affects the poor. You know, we are in a country where somebody may offend, and when they discover that the person that has offended belongs to one rich person or the other, that person may have a light judgment. In fact, we have seen a case where somebody will be sent to sentence, and then the person will be picked up, another person will use in replacing the person in prison. You know, there are some of things like that. This is Nigeria. That's why he said we are praying for justice to reign.
You know, the Nigerian constitution has not been working right from time. We all know how the Nigerian constitution works, and we all know that the people that are not actually at the top are actually suffering. That they are actually the ones the rules are made for, not the likes of Wasuaide. People like Comfort are actually the ones the laws are made for, not people like Wasuaide.
In this country, Yoruba used to make one parable. You understand me? But our law is not going to that way. You understand me? Money but Nigeria law favors some. If I'm a dignity today, or what do we call it? We used to call it our famous, or we call it their high class. If the lady is an high class or a president or senator or that, they just give him a punishment and where nobody will jail him. That is, but the country we have, the law is not enforced on our rich people. It's only with poor people.
Wasiu Ayinde's ban has, however, been reduced to a period of 1 month, while Comfort Emansin has been released from Kirikiri prison, while also lifting the lifetime ban imposed on her. The EU has raised many yet unanswered questions on the violation of human rights and dignity on the part of Emansin, and selective judgment in the manner of which two scenarios were handled, particularly why Kwan was shielded on same offense, also the unprofessional conduct of the Ibom cabin crew, administration of law in the part of police and courts who sanctioned the lady without giving her room for fair hearing, all which experts say need urgent address by the concerned authority to uphold the aviation standard status in line with the best global practices.